Hey, what's up? What's up, chat? It's good. Oh shit. Music to mic ratio check. Music to mic ratio. Mic check. Yo, IP, thank you for subscribing, bro. I appreciate you, my guy. Music a bit louder. Is that so? Good for me. All right. So I guess maybe we could put the music a little bit up, slightly, just a little bit. Oh shit. All right, is that better? Voice too low. Shit, maybe the music is too high. Too loud. Now it's too loud. I got scammed. Oh shit, this guy scammed me, bro. Alright, let me fix this. Alright, I think that's this. The music now should be good, right? We should be good now, right? Alright, perfect. What's up, man? How's everybody doing? I got my mod Chloe in here, so you know, say some dumb shit, you just get banned, bro. I mean, you could troll, but I guess you can troll lightly. So yeah, Bitcoin. So we'll discuss some Bitcoin, and you know, I caught a nice little short, but I already got out. Yeah, it's lagging right now. I had some fills at 48,400. And I already got out of that. So like, I'll talk about this. It wasn't really the best trade. It was just like a first touch. I remember drawing this zone on the last stream. So I'll just talk to you guys on why I just shorted the first touch, like around here, 48,400. But yeah, we'll talk. But I'm already out of that short, by the way. So yeah, just give me a minute. Let me get settled down. I also want to talk about Solana today too, because that shit was driving me crazy yesterday. So yeah, we'll talk about some Bitcoin, Solana, Ethereum, since Ethereum is looking really strong right now, and we'll just give some thoughts, you know. So I'll be right back in like 30 seconds, so 1 minute. Already back. So yeah, maybe we'll do a fresh chart. But yeah, this chart here, I think I had these trend lines. I drew these trend lines on stream, by the way. So yeah, like we started this trend line from right here. So yeah, let's just talk about this trend line real quick and how I plan to use this trend line to give me a bias in the near term future. So as we can see, we started here back in January. We had the initial break. So at this point, when I'm drawing these trend lines, the trend line is not up right now, because like, I mean, if you hide it, you can't really understand like why. But so when I see like this right here, this little support area, that's when I would consider it, you know, a valid trend line. So you draw 1, 2, and then as we move forward, you can see like over here, right? We came to the trend line, it tried to hold, break, form the clean order block over here, and that was pretty much the top, I believe. And then we went to 29K and whatnot. So yeah, we formed that order block at the trend line. So yeah, now coming near, so like we came back to the trend line here. You can see we struggled a little bit. It was acting as resistance. We broke and clean sweep flush right through it. So like you see right here, these wicks on a 4-hour time frame, we break, and this trend line is still giving like confluence from back in January, but like we just broke right through it. So yeah, so moving forward, I'd probably take some, you know, maybe a swing trade scalp setup at this trend line here. So that's why I have it here, and I'm basically waiting. And the short I took today, which was like, it wasn't even a big conviction short, because I think I've mentioned this in stream before. So like, if you just look at price action, you can see like this is, I would say, a kind of a strong uptrend, you know? So like, you don't really want to be shorting unless it's like in and out, because trend is still strong to the upside, right? So 48,400 was more so like a first touch short. So like, we had the bids already set up, and I was willing to scale in. So my first bid was 48.4, and then I had more bids at 48.6, 48.8, just like that. And it was from so like, I have this tweet here that pretty much I can go into a little bit more detail. So you can see like, when we broke down, there's a liquidity void. So usually when price is coming into these anomalies where, you know, price just snapped right through any demand, there's some sort of good like pullbacks in these areas. So that's why basically, you know, hold on, wrong chart. That's why basically I was looking to add there, and I'm going to show you another reason that is on a chart along with all of this confluence. So you can see this right here. So basically a single print gap, and these usually get filled, and it's a good area to like mean revert and whatnot, right? So this single print is right in the middle of the body. So yeah, they're just, you know, good areas to look for trades or add confluence. And we had this level here that I drew, the last stream I had this level. So basically we got a little support level here, right? So it starts here, support, breakdown, you know, turns into resistance, comes back up, support, one touch support, and then like, you know, on the nuke we just broke right through it. So this area was like my first touch short here, and then I had this other zone that we discussed on stream as well. So it's basically, if we zoom in, we're gonna see, let's try to zoom in right here. We're gonna see that 5-minute order block. You guys know about these order blocks. We're gonna see that 5-minute order block here. So basically, on this initial nuke, there was positions opening here, and they just got nuked right away. So who knows if they're still trapped. But usually when price is gonna come here, you're gonna be able to get a quick little scalp, and if price just nukes right through it, then it's very bullish. So yeah, like, you know, if it comes up to here on stream, I will take a short position, easy tight invalidation, and then we have the confluence with the footprint chart, you know, because in this area is basically the anomaly, the liquidity void. So yeah, we have confluence. But the better play I'm looking at, and I'm just giving you guys some little scalp plays, but we are bullish. So these are just scalps, so they're not like, you know, timing the top or whatnot. It's just scalps. But over here in this area is where I would look to take a positional play, you know. So like, because we have the trend line bias, and if it breaks above, then we're still bullish. But yeah, so we scale in up here if we do get here, depending on momentum, of course. So like, these areas, I don't have bids set up already, so I'll just wait until price comes here and then decide. But as for now, we're bullish, you know. So you can look at, you guys can look at this range that I pretty much drew. I think I mentioned it in live stream. Like basically, when I draw my levels in a range, consolidation range, I pretty much look for the areas that have the pivots. So like, a pivot is basically where price is gonna stop and then move. So if you guys don't know what a pivot is, it's something like this. So we pivoted here and we pulled back, right? Over here is a pivot, right? Swing high, you know, whatever, pivot. You can consider this a pivot. You can consider this a pivot. You know, these are not strong pivots, but generally I would want to mark my levels at areas where price is reversing. So in this range right here, we had one pivot here, a little fake out pivot, and then we had this deviation. And then as you can see, this level is still trying to hold, and then we break through, and then, I mean, you guys remember this scam shit that happened the other day. And yeah, so once we get it back above the level, it retests, and then clean break, okay? So range high, range low. We could draw equilibrium just to give us a better understanding, but that's just lower time frame range. So ideally on a pullback, but as you can see, like we broke the range and it held. So right there, that tells you that it's bullish. And I did not take a long here because I'm still long spot. So, you know, until I look for, you know, good areas, I would then take a leverage position, but holding spot pretty much from here. So I took a long here and I already like locked in profit at 46. So, but it was before this scam week, by the way. So like, I think it was this trade. Let me show you guys. That was a major scam week right before New York session. Yeah, pretty much this. Right, wait, where was I entering? Okay, yeah, so like right here. So I entered on this candle. I just market bought, and like price pumped, right? And then I took profit. See, like if I would have held that trade, I would have been upset, you know? But when it came back down, I wasn't really interested to relong because we locked in profits, but we did hold spot. So yeah, near term future, right? Or right now, we can possibly pull back to here, right? And you would want to see this level hold, right? So like once we pull back here, I would expect, you know, bulls to start buying, but then we will have like a market structure break, right? We would form. So right now it looks like we can be forming, you know, a lower high right here. So this could be a lower high, but it's still too early to call. And I can see there's like a little, you know, order block here. So if we mark this on lower time frames, right? But yeah, so ideally the safest thing to do, in my opinion, is to wait and see if we get a break below 47.3, and then you would have, you know, your bullish structure break, and then you can start taking higher risk to reward setups. Because I mean, you can short here, absolutely. You can just market short right now, and then, you know, like if you're gonna market short, your stop loss is going to be right above this swing high if you think this is the top, right? And then you can easily start targeting down here. So even if you market short now, it's still good risk to reward. Like, but we know that the daily is closing, and A's session, they like to play with, you know, price action at the daily. So we'll see what happens. Like maybe they can run it, but I mean, if they're gonna scam pump in this 48.6 to 48.9 area, I'm just gonna short, you know. I'm just gonna be shorting here, because if we do break above 49, then I'm just gonna really short here, you know. So yeah, let's see what happens. If we get the market structure break, you're gonna expect this area to hold, because in my opinion, you see this price action here, it doesn't seem organic to me. So like you see prices just straight going up, like right, you got price straight going up. If you draw some trend lines, let's see if we could get a nice trend line. I'm sorry I haven't been interacting with the chat, but I'm gonna talk to the chat in just a bit. I'm just giving like some quick thoughts on Bitcoin, and then seeing what we have, and if we have some plays coming into the daily close. So yeah, if we draw a trend line, if I drew this trend line here, I would start at something like this. But even now, like, it kind of is breaking the trend line, and maybe we could pull up some indicators. Got the 20 moving average, got the hull, and you can see momentum, and I can see it in the order books that momentum is shifting down. So yeah, if we do pull back and break structure, maybe I could long a pullback. I mean, shit, maybe I can market short right now, right? Because I've been noticing it watching the order books, and what I mean by this is, like, I'll just go to Coinbase for example, right? So I'm seeing price up here. We go on the 5-minute time frame, so you can see this is a CVD, right? Ideally, when we're really bullish, you want to see the bulls get aggressive, because I mean, the CVD going down means they're not market buying as much. So like, they're limit filling, yes, but is this going to be an area where bulls want to absorb? You know what I'm saying? Like, if anything, the bears should be absorbing, but the bears are, market shorting. So it's just interesting to see. So like, bulls are getting less aggressive here. Maybe it's a trap. Who knows? We don't know yet. But yeah, it's just something to note that CVD is going down, and it should be going up, as they should be getting more aggressive to push. But we'll see. Maybe they get more aggressive at 47.3 if we pull back. And then, of course, let's just do equilibrium in this range, and then I'll talk to chat and see what the chat has to say. So yeah, we have this range here. So yeah, getting an equilibrium on your levels is not hard. All right. So basically, you have your range low here, you have your range high here. So equilibrium just gives you an idea whether it's like your range is bullish or bearish. So above equilibrium, you consider it bullish. Below equilibrium, you consider it bearish. And institutions, they would like to buy at equilibrium, because I guess you can say equilibrium is a fair value, it's fair price, because they're not buying at a premium, but they're buying at equilibrium. So equilibrium in this range, we just pick up the Fib tool, right? We're gonna start it as close as possible here, and then we're gonna connect it to this high. It's probably gonna be off by a couple of dollars, but that's fine, nothing crazy. So the 0.5, you can see it's 46,078. So we're gonna draw this ray over here, 46. Make sure it's 46,078. And then we're just gonna watch how price behaved once it broke it. Okay, so we'll stick to the 30-minute time frame, because I mean, this range has, I'd say, 8 days, which is pretty fast, to be honest. I mean, end of the year. So yeah, so you see below it, it acted as resistance here, 46.78, resistance. We broke here, resistance, right? And then tried to act as resistance, and then we got the Chad candle here. So the reason I draw this little ray over here at this Chad candle is because that's going to be the first area that I would want to see hold if we do get a massive pullback, because anything could happen. And then yeah, we want to keep it above 46 if we have a chance to get to 50K, because to be honest, I see a lot of people bullish, but I'm just not as bullish as a lot of people, because first of all, like, yes, we are like doing some scammy price action, and I guess this is called quote unquote vertical accumulation right here. Vertical accumulation, where people are just buying on the way up, but we still have levels that we need to break to put us back into like real bull market. Okay, so yes, I'm holding spot, but I'm still cautious, and I do want to see price break above 50.6 and then get above 51 point, like this area here. So okay, I already have a zone. So yeah, this is the area I want to see price break above. So the first step would be to get above this trend line. Holding above this trend line would be nice for me. That would be good enough. All right, now that we just, I gave all my thoughts on Bitcoin, I'll just talk to the chat now. Ninjascalp, did you see selling 5 BTC every few seconds? I mean, nah, I didn't really see OKEX. Are there any specific trading books you would advise reading? Well, I mentioned this on stream before, so I like to look at Coinbase because there's institutions that buy on Coinbase, and in order for price to move on the spot markets, I mean future markets, for example, Bybit, Delta, Binance, you would want to see bullish price action near on spot exchanges. So I like to look at Coinbase, and I also look at Binance futures and other stuff as well. Yeah. All right. So vertical scam, yes, indeed. What is CBD? Shit, bro. CBD is like that marijuana, man. I think you mean what is CVD? Cumulative volume delta. That's what you're talking about. All right. So Litecoin has a lot of short squeeze opportunities since the pump and dump. Litecoin has a lot. Yeah, it could be. Are you long Sig Miles? Because usually somebody that's long and underwater would write that. Nah, I'm trolling, but let's look at it, bro. Cause you're subscribed to me, so I'll look at Litecoin for you. Okay, so yeah, I was watching this and I was like, shit, bro. Like, what the hell just happened? Massive manipulation, bro. Like, just imagine price pumps 35%. So when you say short squeeze, whoever was short here is wrecked. That's it. Even if you did 3 times leverage, you got liquidated. Like, think about it, bro. Like, you got really wrecked. So, I mean, when price came back down, you can see the consolidation. So I wouldn't really think that people are going to be really opening shorts here. If anything, this consolidation looks bullish to me. So, like, you see how it's vertically accumulating? So it can be considered bullish. And I mean, who knows? Maybe we do fill that gap, right? It's 26%. So if the bull market continues, we fill it. But I mean, I had these levels basically, what is that, 200? So we got this area right here. And right now we're trying to flip this little consolidation just like Bitcoin. So like, I think a lot of stuff is going to rely on Bitcoin. So we had the range, same thing. And if anything, it's lagging. So we'll see how Bitcoin plays. And then Litecoin, it could be a good long, to be honest, because like you have your invalidation, But yeah, if daily candle closes over 48, or we have a volume spike hold of 47.3K range, will you still be bearish? All right, so I want you to know that, first of all, I'm not bearish. I'm just not as bullish as everyone. That's what I'm saying. So like, for me to be as euphoric bullish as how I see a lot of people are, I would want to see price get above 50K and these levels. So yes, in the lower time frame, we are bullish, okay? So lower time frames is bullish, but I mean, if I'm shorting, it's gonna be scalp intraday plays with tight invalidation. So I feel like on lower time frame, as long as we're gonna hold 46K, we have room to at least push up. So once we start closing below 46K, that's when things get a little bit concerning. And of course, if we close below 44K, then shit, it's gonna get bad. But you know, we still have a lot of time, and you know, there's still a lot that can happen. But lower time frame is bullish. I mean, you know, until we get a structure break, right? Then we could get a little bit bearish. ETH on the verge of breaking out. Yeah, I saw Ethereum, and I looked at it earlier. I was like, if anything, Ethereum looks better than Bitcoin, you know? And yeah, like it really did outperform. So I remember looking at this candle. Somebody mentioned it in my Discord. I was like, this is a nasty SFP, but you can see like how bullish it is, right? 5%. So even a pullback over here is like, you can buy 3,400 for a quick scalp, easy. I mean, because unless people close their short, then longing dips on Ethereum is going to be good. And then of course you target 37, these areas right here. So this block over here is going to be the area that, I mean, you're supposed to target on the upside for Ethereum. Could this move up be a dead cat bounce, or do you see continuation? That's a good question. I mean, it could be a dead cat bounce, right? But we don't know yet until we get some real some real bearish price action here. Because if we remove everything, right, and we just go to the 12-hour time frame, you can see like Bitcoin has a lot to get above, right? So like you can see this block over here that is going to be crucial, and this is going to be around 50K. So Bitcoin has to get above 50K, start closing above 50.3K, and then close above 51K. All right, so for me to be bullish, I would want to see Bitcoin close above 51K. And right now it's trying, but there's still some levels, so there's no reason to be euphoric, you know, and we just be patient, you know. Will you do a DGen account in the future? I'm not sure what you mean by that, because I had a trade on DGen accounts. Like my Delta account is DGen, so like this DGen account, it is either fake out or bull continue, golden cross happen. I don't believe in golden cross, but what you're saying is correct. It could be a fake out or bull continue. We're gonna have to find out. So Solana, it looks very bad. Looks like shit, but it can change in a minute. But Solana targets, I mean, look, here's what I think, right? So like, let's just say, right, theory. So let's just say this price action here is going to end up in a deviation, right? And what I mean by that is like, we break structure here, right? We come here and it gets bearish, and then, you know, maybe a pullback, and then we continue down, right? And then from here on, let's just say we start rotating to the downside. So that would be bad for Solana, because right now, after yesterday's, you know, whatever happened yesterday with so many transactions going through and it messed up their system, it's still, you know, consolidating, no continuation to the upside. So like, it looks weak. So if Bitcoin, you know, starts rotating to the downside, then I would think Solana would do the same. But you never know, because Solana sometimes pumps, right? But anyways, for Solana, this is one coin I will be longing, and I'm gonna play these trend lines. So like, I'm gonna long some spot here, and then I'll add spot here, right? So 130 to 135 if we do get downside, and then of course we're gonna have 100. So yeah, we just gonna long Solana if we get a dump. But as far as bullish continuation on Solana, like it's gonna be hard because like if you just look at this naked chart price action, we have the 4-hour breaker candle at 150s, right? And it's good that it's above it now, but you see this breaker candle here, right? We need to get above that. So we need to start closing above 175 and then we can continue, because looking at here, like from 180s, there was a lot of buying here, right? And I'm guessing people bought spot and they're still holding on the water. So getting above 180 is gonna give the bullish sign. But for downside targets, like we have this area at 114 that has not been retested. So I will be looking to buy this as well. So you see how we broke and we really haven't retested the 115 areas. So downside targets, but I mean, once it gets above 175 with some momentum, then I mean, you can start talking about all-time highs. Until then, we just gonna buy the dip on Solana. That's just my plan. So I see somebody say sushi. So I saw a Hoska pump it. It's over. Like I saw sushi the other day. Somebody was chilling it. But right now it's too late. So like, sure it can go up, but like it's too late. You're done, bro. I mean, daily it still looks good, but we already pumped about 50% from the bottom in 2 days. So like, if you think you're gonna get a good entry, you probably won't. Unless it keeps going parabolic, then you may get lucky, right? But if I'm longing this, I'm not even longing this. I'm just gonna skip this because it already went vertical, 16% today. So you missed the party. So yeah, Bitcoin, we Bitcoin lo-fi chilling, and we just waiting for price action on Bitcoin to do something, and then we could get more of a decision. But besides that, how is everybody doing? Have you guys been able to make some profit in these past couple of days? Thank you, Crypto Jew 3000. I appreciate the subscription, my boy. We appreciate that. Do you use trend lines on wick or candle? So like, I have a tutorial on my trend lines, and it's on my YouTube. I forgot what video, but there's definitely a tutorial with the stream notes on my trend lines. I more so look for pivot points on the trend line, just like I explained the ranges. All right, so somebody said, so yeah, I'm reading chat. When I meant degen account, it's like what Rec Proof did. Like you start at X and show trades live after you've done them. So that's something like that is like time and energy consuming. So for me, I would just trade my degen account without doing that. But maybe one day I will do a challenge like that. And I see another question. It says, how do you deal with consecutive losses? You do that. You start a degen account with low capital and try to grow it. That's a good way to deal with your consecutive losses. So a lot of trading is confidence, you know? It's just like anything you do in life. If you have very good confidence in whatever you're doing, you're going to perform much better. So when you take a loss in trading, your confidence takes a hit, right? Just like in anything. You know, if you're playing basketball and you don't have confidence, you're not going to play good, right? So like you need confidence, and to build your confidence, what you can do is make a degen account with low capital. So like if you have a $10,000 account or even a $1,000 account, right? And put a degen account with $50, that's 5%. And just like trade that $50, and if you start consecutively winning, your confidence is going to grow, and then you could take it onto your main account. And the thing is, like, for trading, people are scared to lose because, you know, losing is it's not fun, right? if you take a loss, it sucks sometimes. So like and another thing is, I definitely explained this, is like when you're emotional to that money in your account, then your performance is not going to be as good as if you weren't emotional. So that's why sometimes it's easier to grow a degen account versus your main account, because when you make a degen account, you already know in your head, like, if you put $500 into it, you're okay if you get liquidated, because it's a degen account and $500 would not hurt, right? But when you have a main account and your capital is like, let's say 50,000, and you start taking consecutive losses, it affects you more because that's your capital, you know? So like, you just have to understand that losses are a part of the game, you know? Somebody said, Scalp sold 145, sold at 160. Yes, nice. That's a good trade. I made myself my first $50 to 1K challenge, currently at 350, only with some weeks studying from your spaces. That's great, bro. Continue. Like, if you do $50 to 1K, right? What I would say when I see people do that, right? So like, the more you grow your account, and like, let's say you're not used to the money that you grow in your account, because it happened to me as well. So the more you grow your account, the harder it is to continue growing. I don't know if that makes sense, but basically, let's say you started with 10K, right? And you know, you grew that 10K account to 500K, for example, right? Now you're trading with 500K. So the losses are gonna hit you different, because now you're gonna lose like 5,000-6,000 versus on 10K you're losing 300-500. So like, when the losses start to affect you emotional, that's when you peak. You hit the plateau, and a lot of people can't get above that plateau because it's hard, because like, you have to like detach yourself from the money, but the money starts to increase more to where it's different. So like, you know, a lot of good traders plateau like that, and it's very hard psychologically to you know, fix that, because like, you know, I remember in the peak bull market, before the bull market started, right? And let's say, for example, right, hypothetically, if I'm up 3K on a trade, I would like take that 3K and run. I'll be happy with that, right? But as the bull market continues, I'm looking at 3K like, yo, what is that? This is nothing, right? So like, it's little stuff like that. So like, you just have to be consistent and look at the percentages instead of the money, right? Just grow consistently with percentage versus the P&L, and that's how you grow that account. I lost 350K, and getting there was hard as F, but losing that was in the blink of an eye. Yeah, man, I feel your pain, brother. You grind up, you grow that 350K, and then you get cocky one time, over leverage, average down on your loss, and you get wrecked. I saw a sign somewhere that said, losers average losers, right? Losers average losers. So you average into your losing trades, you know, that's how you get wrecked. How much time are you watching charts per day? So I'm trading full time. So if I'm gonna trade, I'm gonna be staring at the charts for like 10 hours a day, probably minimum. Like, I have it running all the time, so like, I'm just staring at price action candles, order books, at least 8 to 10 hours a day minimum, sometimes longer. So like, all right, so if you was on my Twitter yesterday, you can see like all my tweets was Solana, like, so I was watching Solana for like literally 20 hours out of the day, just watching Solana, okay? And when I put this tweet, I was really not kidding, right? So in the 20 hours of watching Solana price action, right? I saw manipulation, I saw distribution, compression, absorption, fake outs, capitulation, liquidations. So all of that in 20 hours, just watching that basically. And like, it was draining. I couldn't even look at Bitcoin no more. Like at Bitcoin, I believe it was like in this area when I was watching, right? So like Bitcoin was around 45, so like 45, 46. And for me, like I took a Bitcoin trade, but I knew Bitcoin was still ranging. So I wanted to start watching when Bitcoin got above 47.3, and it did today. So now I want to be watching Bitcoin, cuz now it's when, you know, stuff can happen, you know? So now we want to pay attention to Bitcoin, cuz now it's going to pretty much give us the idea where the whole market is going to be going. Damn, bro, how do you see that shit on the order book? That sounds crazy to me. Not this thing. Can you explain? I could explain, but I don't want to. It's a lot to explain. For example, if you're looking, let's see, Solana. All right. Okay, so this area, if you can see my mouse right here, is compression. So you see price is tight, and if you're looking in the order book, let me see, did I post it in my Twitter? Let me see. I just want to see if I posted it. I want you to guys see what I'm talking about in the order books. Okay, so all right, so compression, right? So you see on the sell side, they would have 32K or 40K, 30K. So you see the tight bids in this small $3 range, and above that, right, you don't really see much. And if you look on the buy side, did I post any buy side? All right, so this is what I'm talking about, right? You see these bids right here, right? It's like big orders, right? And on the chart, it would look something like this, right? So that's what I mean by compression. And at the same time, it could be distribution, because you see, they can be giving you the sell side, right? But not aggressively selling. So not trying to push price down, but they're still getting their large orders filled on the sell side, right? This could have been distribution right here. You know what I'm saying? This area. This is the compression area. That's when I was watching it. And then we just nuked. All right. So yeah, just reading the chat. Why are people fighting in the chat, man? We supposed to all try to make money. Y'all fighting each other. So Bitcoin is pumping at the moment. So yeah, maybe if price is gonna come into here, I would take some scalps. So we'll see. We have 1 hour until the daily closes, but I'm definitely going to be shorting these areas with stops above, I would say 50.8 or something like that. And I would re-enter if I get stopped. I don't care, because risk to reward is good. Like if I'm taking a short or a hedge up here, we can put the stop above here. Like, just look at the risk to reward here. Even if you start taking it here, it's still good risk to reward, you know? So at the end of the day, we looking at risk to reward. Chat is going crazy right now, bruh. Yeah, funny. So yeah, are you guys long right now on Bitcoin leverage positions? Leverage longs or spot? Are you looking to short? What's the chat looking to do? Spot, yeah. I think spot is the safest bet. Long since 43.6. Nice. Longed every dip. That's a true bull right there. Long every single dip. Doesn't even matter. Bullish engulfing on the hourly. Nice. Let me just look at that. Wow, so Ethereum is pumping. Yeah, this Ethereum, like, there's a liquidity void right here. Like, look at this liquidity void. 3.5%. Do you use bookmaps or have any opinions? Yes, I do have bookmaps running all the time. And it's just, you know, to program my brain to see if I see any patterns as far as resting bids or stuff like that. So I haven't really dug deep into it, but it's just something good to look at while trading. So I do have it. Just ban that dude. Tell me who to ban. Who deserves to ban? Because I do see someone trolling. Like, no need to argue. No need to argue with people in the chat. All right, so yeah, Ethereum looks good, and Solana is still in some consolidation, so we'll see. Because I am interested to re-enter in Solana, so I want to see if Solana is gonna dip, or like if we do get some type of rotation where Ethereum starts to slow down, and then you can see some of the money start coming into Solana, right? That will also be a nice place to long, because I mean, right now Solana is not really giving me the best long entry. I want to see some, at least momentum or some volume, you know, and then we could get into a long on Solana. All right, it had to be done. It had to be done. We had to hit somebody with the ban hammer, since no need to go crazy. So yeah, like I said, I'm gonna be waiting for price up here, and we're just gonna strategically try to get a scalp in here. So when price comes up here, maybe we can go on the 1 minute time frame to see if we can get a quick little dip, quick little profit. Because like I said, we are very bullish based on this price, right? This lower time frame price. I would not say very bullish, but lower time frame, it still looks bullish, right? So like, you don't really want to go crazy with a short here, you know. But if we're gonna go on the minute time frame and then see some lower time frame break of structures, then we could take a quick little short with a quick invalidation and see if we can make plays. Ideally, I'm gonna wait for my trend lines, and I would say 49.6 is that area. So it's good to be patient. It's Wednesday. We have Thursday and Friday. So yeah, we'll see what happens. So let's take a look at the SPY. All right, so yeah, SPY, we had a rotation of 2.6%, and it looks like SPY has broke that structure, kind of, right? This is like a very weird structure, but I guess you can say it broke it. See lower high. All right, so you got the high right here, you got the lower high, lower high, lower high, and now we have some bullshit. I don't know what this is. % pump. All right, what's going on with Bitcoin? So this is the 30-second time frame right here, 15 seconds. If I was being aggressive, I can take a short here, right? Because you would get stopped here. Or we can just wait for a better risk to reward. Because like this is just vertical, right? Vertical pumps. One second chart, so 5 seconds here. Let me see if I could put 1 second. I never put one. All right, so 1 second. 1 second. Not really much volume. $48,350 on the dot. So I think I never really traded 1 second, but I've done like 15 second, and I like the 20 EMA when I'm doing this. So like we get the break on the EMA, and we just wait for a pullback with invalidation here, like scalp setups. This playlist is fire. I'm not even gonna lie. This is some vibes we got in here. All right, so will Solana go below 100? Got a long from 60. Nobody knows, to be honest. But if you got a long from 60, then I would say you're comfy. You don't have to worry, because I can tell you that if we go below 60 or even wick anywhere near that, that's the bear market. Like, there's no other way to put it, because before 60 we have even these areas that price has to hold, like from 70 to 80. We have many levels before 60, so you're comfy. Your stream is so chill. Yes, thank you, appreciate it. Keep the chill and good vibes, and we look to take some trades. So yeah, just to give a brief little shout out to my sponsor, and you know, a lot of people have been joining the stream, but not many people are using my ref link, and it's fine, it's all right, but I'm just saying that, you know, to keep this stream going, like not this one specifically, but to keep this process going, I'm gonna need you guys to at least try the platform, you know, with small capital. And yeah, just I use it now. I use it more now actually, because they're adding a lot of pairs. So you don't need to KYC to trade. So if you KYC, you will have unlimited deposits, but without KYC, you can deposit or withdraw 10K. Advantages of this exchange. So the fees are good on this exchange. I would say it's way better than Bybit at the moment. And they have, so they also have, right, their Dito coin. So it's just like BNB or, you know, FTT, whatever, their exchange coin. So if you buy their exchange coin and you hold a certain percentage, then you will get even more a discount on fees. But overall, it's good. They have options. So if you want to do calls, puts, you can do calls right on the exchange. And in my opinion, their liquidity, as far as getting filled, is better than Bybit. When I trade USDT on Bybit, my orders always get front ran. I don't know if it's the market makers, but over here they have the market makers, but it's easier to get filled over here. So yeah, they also have these bonuses, and I mentioned this before. This is something that you can take advantage of. So they have a up to 30K bonus. So if you're gonna deposit 100K, they're gonna give you 30K to trade with, but you cannot withdraw that 30K. But you have an extra 30K to play with. So, but you have to be KYC if you want this. So like, if you are a whale in this Discord, I mean not Discord, in this Twitch, think about it. Deposit 100K, you're gonna get 30K that you can lose. All right. VPN life. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, if you trade in crypto in general, you're gonna need a VPN, bro. You want to stay anonymous regardless. BTC moving on these little stops. So yeah, if you want to support the stream and you want more streams like this in the future, then definitely use my ref link. And if you're gonna deposit more than 4K, I have a VIP group that I will give you access to. So right now, my VIP group is basically empty as shit, to be honest, because people will join and not trade. So I don't charge for my VIP group, and I would like to, do more for VIP, but I mean, I don't charge. It's just usually ref link based. So if people are in my VIP going to trade, then I will do more for VIP. Like, I can do tutorials how to scalp the 30-second, stuff like that, 15 seconds, or how I scalp it. But I need to see people that are gonna trade on VIP, and to get in VIP, you just need to deposit 4K on Delta. And if you deposit 4K to your trading account, just hit me up and I'll add you on VIP. If I get like, maybe I would say 10 to 20 VIPs, then I'd probably do like something private for VIP. But until then, like, I have no plans to do something like that, because everything is free. Like, this stream is free because I'm getting sponsored. Thank you, Chaos, for subscribing. I appreciate you. Yeah, the 100K, to be honest, it's a steal. I'm not even just saying it because, like, if you think about it, you have 30K to lose, So you have 30% to lose. And the way they're going to do it is like, so as you continue to make profit, they will decrease their bonus, So they'll take their bonus from it, right? But you can lose that 30K and nothing can happen. Like, it's just a bonus that they do so they could get you on their exchange, and it's a good bonus. You're not going to get that bonus anywhere else. And it doesn't have to be 100K. You can do 10K to 25. They're going to give you about 30%, right? And then they also have something. If you do 100K volume within 7 days, you're going to get 1,000 of their coin. And that's currently, like, if I do the math, so their coin is 23 cents. 0.23 times 1,000. So that's an extra $230 that you can just get, but you have to be verified. So you have to verify for this. So to do 100K volume, you can literally just buy 1 Bitcoin and sell 1 Bitcoin. That's 100K volume right there. So you get that. They have these other bonuses, and yeah, to me it's a good exchange, and they're improving. So that's why I signed up with them. I got other offers that I just didn't even know, even listen to. But Delta is a good exchange because they listen to their users. That's the most important thing. So like we told them to add SRM, they added it. We told them to add FTT, they added it. So like they're listening, you know. Let's see if we can get a short, I mean not a short, like a long play on one of the alts. So FTT, like FTT looks better than Solana, you know. How bad did I lose? Honestly, I didn't lose at all, bro. They just sponsored me, so that's why I'm chilling it. I mean, I trade on the exchange as well, so we got capital on the exchange as well. Morning, bro. Any suggestions for crypto scalping courses, even paid? Just some quality material with strategies and good explanations. Honestly, shit. I don't think I watch any courses on scalping because, like, a lot of it is just the same type of, you know, I don't know. To me, it's bullshit, but to get good at scalping, you just have to take a lot of trades and watch the lower time frames. And you can get your setups from this higher time frame. Right now, you see I have this zone here. And maybe you can see a scalp live. So I have this zone here based on the 5-minute structure. So once price comes here, I would go to the 30-second time frame, and I'm gonna wait to see if we get some type of break of structure and then go, you know. Somebody said, can you give some strategies day trading in the bear market? Well, the strategy, when I traded the bear market, I used RSI because I was kind of like a beginner noob. So you can just really short bearish divergences at resistance and at bearish retests, double tops, triple tops, yeah, all of that stuff. A lot of it was high hit rate because, you know, trading the bear market, bruh. So yeah, Bitcoin, we're just waiting for it. And we got 40 minutes until the daily closes. And we have a strong uptrend. And I mean, I wish I studied these indicators a bit more, but I just like to look at the hull for momentum because it's fast. But yeah, we'll see. Like, if price is gonna get into the zone, then I mean, I'm just gonna see if I can take a quick little in and out scalp. And it's getting close to the daily, so I know there's gonna be some volume. ETH, Ethereum, yeah, Ethereum is just looking crazy. So there's like the inflow of volume coming in, and let's just look at TPO up here. Yeah, so there's really nothing. So like we can literally be patient because as you can see, even on this TPO, we have a nice gap over here from 49,700 to even where we're at, right? So there's a nice gap. Right, it happened right before the daily close, or actually this was in New York session. So there's a gap, so we can be patient. Let's Let's go into footprints and see if we see anything. With the data. You can see the shorts are closing. Shorts are starting to close. They're feeling it. They're feeling the pain. All right. Thank you, Tint. Appreciate the subscription. Thank you, Myroa. I don't know how to say your name, but appreciate the subscription. So yeah, I've noticed that people have been subscribing. So like, the money I will get from Twitch, I could probably just do some giveaways for people that are in here. And it's not really much, to be honest. I think it's like $100 something so far. All right, see, we got the initial volume, and now we're getting some volume to the downside. So it could be time to start paying attention to Bitcoin. So like 3-minute time frame, we faked out, and now we had the crazy drop. Okay, so there's a structure for you guys right there. This can be a double top, but it's still early to call it. So the best thing to do is wait for a pullback, short with invalidation. You know, that was clean. That was a very clean double top. 30-second time frame. We broke structure. All right. So maybe we can take a quick short. So yeah, this can be considered an hour SFP, but it's still too early because there's about 38 minutes until the hourly closes. I mean, 30-minute, if you want to jump the gun, yes, you can say SFP. But these are not strong SFPs, right? It is an SFP, but it's not as strong as like if you have an SFP on a level, if that makes sense. So yeah, let's see what happened. All right. So if we're gonna look at the footprints on Bybit, we're going to see the short getting squeezed here, right? So short basically got squeezed up here, and he closed his short. You can see right here, and then we had a long that bought with him. So after somebody sees this, then he opens the short because he just squeezed the short. Now he's opening the short. So if you look here, it's just no demand, much imbalance. So I would say, and now we have the aggressive short here at 48,200, 4.6 million. So yeah, now we have structure, and on lower time frames, right? But you can just give it some more time to play out. But invalidation is above here, so I wouldn't enter short just yet. But you have invalidation now, double top, and the daily's closing. So like, it's just always like during the daily close, like there's always some shit happening. So like they can run these highs if they want. That's a giga 5-minute bearish engulfing. So yeah, this is like a structural break right here. And now we have basically a setup going into Asia session. If anything, right, Ethereum, it's much more like, so maybe shorting Ethereum, but we'll see. Like, are we gonna be a degen and enter on a 1 minute structure break? Right? Like, 3 minute time frame. All right, double top. Still not convinced because they can still pump it easy. So let's just wait until we get that EMA cross to give us some type of trend bias. So like EMA is gonna come like this, and then Ethereum's gonna come down. Let's say if they dump it, and we get something like that. But until then, there's still room to go to the upside, which is why I'm not really very thirsty to short. But yeah, let's just take a look at all my charts and see. Let's see if we can find some hindsight analysis. Funding is negative. I see they could squeeze shorts hard. Yeah, I don't really look at funding much unless it's like very high. Like I'm talking about 15%. But maybe we can just look at funding right now, just to see funding across the board. So there is some follow through now. All right, so funding buy a bit negative. Ah, this is on the USD margin. They're negative. Interesting. There's something interesting. Very interesting. Okay. Big get. All right, BitMEX. Yeah, funding is not really bad, to be honest. So this is low negative funding. It's not nothing significant in my opinion. Maybe we could look at some liquidations. Let's see if we could see some liquidations here. Tools, charts. Wow, interesting. See, they just hit some more liquidations and then reverse. I didn't even see this, but it's something very interesting to look at. Let's see if we could get a deeper look. Let's see if we could see some liquidity. Yeah, so, oh man, did I just mess it up? Rerun it. Okay, so based on this, you can see that there is some liquidity to the upside, but the downside has tons of liquidity, tons of apes, tons of leverage, tons of risk to reward, tons of apes. But yeah, if we're gonna zoom out and go back to that level, this is my vibe right here. I like this. Alright, we gotta replay this song right here. This is a banger right here, bruh. Yeah, if y'all want the playlist, this is the playlist. That's the playlist that's currently playing, lo-fi. And this right here is the banger right here. All right, so we had some aggressive selling on Binance. Binance was aggressively selling. So if you're hanging around in this stream, I appreciate you guys for sticking around. Pretty dope. You guys are legends. So what's my target if I short? You can have an easy target at 47.3, right? And this is another chart, 47.3. It's a key area. You can see it held support here. Resistance, and now you would expect 47.3 to hold. But if 47.3 loses, then we're gonna refer to this chart, and then we're gonna basically target equilibrium over here. So this is the right here. This is the the breaker candle, 30-minute. So we're gonna target this area on the downside. And shit, if we lose this here, then I mean, it's gonna get ugly, I think, because now we have a chance to break 44K again, and then we'll see what happens. But it's still too early to call it, and there's a lot of time left. So the 30-minute just closed, and I mean, you can say this is a SFP, right? But it's not a strong one, in my opinion. And Asia is coming to town, so Asia likes to scam. So just be on the alert. That's why I'm not shorting yet, because I know the daily's closing, and I know that if this is the top here, I'll probably get a chance to get in, right? So it's no need to rush, because I really want to short up here. So you can look at it as this, right? People saw this, they're like, oh shit, double top. We just double topped, right? So now they're gonna start shorting. And where is their validation gonna be? Up here, right? Because once it gets above, then you wanna get the hell out the trade. So to be patient, right? You want to wait and let these guys short. If they're right, then hey, kudos to them. They had a good trade. But regardless, we'll be able to come back into position. So if you want to aggressively short, you can, and put your stop up here, because like let's say you short a pullback, your stop loss literally a wick above, right? Or if you're monitoring, I don't even know how to say the word, monitoring. If you're monitoring the trade, right, you might not even need a stop, and you could just stop yourself out. But if you short the pullback, you can target right here. That's a trade right here. Like all of this is risk to reward. At the end of the day, it's all risk to reward. So if you're risking 1%, I'll take the 1% loss, no problem, because you could have made at least 4%, And I saw that subscription. Thank you, Elysium Australia, for subscribing. I appreciate you, bro. Thanks for joining the squad. So yeah, I think I do have, like, for the past 3 months, $100 or something from the subscriptions. So in the coming months, when they do a payout, I'll just give it back to you guys for tuning into the stream and whatnot. So I'll give it to people that in a raffle and stuff, and you guys could do whatever. Can someone tell me what a SFP is? All right, real quick. SFP is a swing failure pattern. So like over here, you can even play swing failure patterns on the 5-minute time frame, 3-minute. So even 3-minute. Just think of this as, right, the hourly time frame. Okay. So a swing is basically where, a swing high would be where price pivots and reverses, right? You can consider this a swing low, swing high. See how the market pivots here and then reverses, right? So all a SFP really is, it's like swing failure pattern, right? So we fake above this swing high. So this is the swing high, So we fake above it, and then we have failure, right? So we failed to break above it. So the idea is that people here are going to be entering long positions, right? Because they think we're about to break the swing high. But in reality, we didn't. So we failed. And now that they're stuck up here, like what the hell, right? Because you saw all the people that bought here, now they're stuck, right? Now they're underwater, and who knows how much leverage they used or whatnot. So ideally, price is going to start to reverse, and then you can expect them to puke their positions. So at this point, it's all about trying to figure out where their stops are, and then you could benefit from scalps on their stops. So if somebody's going to long up here, maybe they'll put their stop loss here, 48. Maybe they'll put their stop loss here. Maybe they'll do here, or maybe they'll do here. So like, you know, it's really levels to this shit. Sure, so my referral link for Delta is here. And like I said, you can try out their exchange, and if you deposit 4K, then I'll let you get into my VIP. And it's just basically, all my VIP is like, if I'm trading intraday, I'll give my idea to VIP. Because a lot of times, I just post it on my Twitter, you know, and a lot of people, they'll take the trade with me and whatnot. But sometimes if I'm scalping, I'll just post it in the VIP. What are the best lower time frames to use for scalping? 30 seconds, bro. Like, play that 30-second. See, like right here, on this 30-second, you didn't really have much. It didn't really give you a chance to get in the trade. You had the bear candle, right? If we look here, bear candle, you can market short, but I usually like to get in on the pullback. So there's much cleaner setups, but I do like the 30-second time frame when I'm scalping. Like, I kid you not, I caught a long on the bottom of Bitcoin off the 15-second, and it's a lot of it has to do with luck, and a lot of it just has to do with, you know, trying to time it. A lot of the times you're going to be wrong, but you have to just take the loss right away, because you know all you need is one good trade, and then you make up of all those losses. All right, let me see if I can find it. Here it is, and I'll explain this. Like, if you look here, shit, I'm not even gonna go into detail because y'all gonna take my alpha. This is the 15-second time frame, and I have this line here because below here is gonna be my invalidation. You know what I'm saying? So I long, you know, we long the bottom of this on the 15-second. All right, that's all we gotta say. But yeah, you can see now price is starting to reverse, and we are actually getting that momentum to the downside. So there's actually follow through now to the downside, right? But we like to enter on pullbacks. And if you watch my last stream, by the way, my last stream, if you just go to the end of the video, I think I do a scalp. Was it this stream where I just scalped on a 30-second time frame? It's just simple. Well, it's not really simple. It's just like, you just have to be disciplined. You got to be disciplined with your stop. All right, so first of all, wait, was it this stream right here? Yeah, it was this stream. See, like, this is 30-second time frame. We drawing the levels. So maybe I could just, all right. So go watch this video and fast forward to 140, and you can see the 30-second scalp. It's similar to that. So you can watch that after this stream though. And if you are here, I need y'all to do me a quick little favor. I have 200 people here, so I need at least like 20 likes. So this is my last stream. Can you guys give me like 20 likes on this video real quick? Appreciate that, my guys. So we got 67. All right, so yeah, now price is down, and I didn't really take this short because I already had the first touch short, but this is like equal. You can see the equal highs. So ideally, you can wait for a pullback and get in short with your validation here, like I said, because the risk to reward is very good on this setup. And if there's follow through, then it can be a good trade. Like even something like this, target at 47.3 because that's the range high. So you risk 1% here, try to make 3 or 4%. That's pretty good. Close my longs. Good night, and thanks for the stream. Thank you for joining, bro. Appreciate it. Have a good night, man. So yeah, daily's closing in about 20 minutes. So I will I'll stay on stream shortly after daily close, but I mean if we do start to pull back here, then like I said, if you watched the stream earlier, then I'm expecting 47.3 to at least try to hold, and closing below 47.3, then we can go for 46. But until then, we still have room to go up. So I'm interested above 48.6. So here, not so much. I already caught the short here and we took a small profit. But on the other hand, if we do dump, then I think Ethereum is going to outperform on the dump, because like this shit did 13%, Bitcoin did 9%. So watching Ethereum on lower time frames, we still have bullish structure all the way on 15-minute time frame. So it's very hard to get a clean short. You're gonna have to do it on the lower time frames. So like we had the high here, the lower high here. So I mean, if you're taking scalps, you're gonna mark this level, or this is what I would do, and just see how price is gonna react here. And then, you know, try to take a cheesy short with stop above the wick, because the risk to reward is crazy on this. So yeah, like you can take losses on these trades. Like you can lose 3 in a row, but if you get 1, you're gonna make back all your losses. So that's exactly why I like to short these. They're high risk because regardless, this is a strong uptrend and you don't really want to fade it. But at the end of the day, if you know your risk to reward, then you're good. Like even if you're doing 3R, like 3R is over here, right? You can lose three losses in a row, and then you just need 1 win to make those 3 losses. But if we downtrend from here, you have a lot of downside targets, like over here 6R, but I would target this wick over here 34.37, which is about 14R. So I think if Bitcoin does pull back, then Ethereum is going to outperform on the way down. And maybe, who knows, Solana might start going up. Like we might get some inverse action here. So maybe we could long Solana to hedge. So I'll be watching Solana too. But right now I don't want to be long in here because this is support. Like I don't really want to long support. I'd rather long on a structure break. Like we have a structure here. So like if we get above it and then come dip below here, I'll be picking up along here, because then we have the higher low pattern, and then we could, you know, stop out below, target 163, 167. Not the best RR, but they're safer trades. So we'll just wait to see how Solana is going to play out, and we'll see what Bitcoin is going to do, because a lot of the stuff is going to rely on Bitcoin. Bitcoin is the king, by the way. Your mic is a bit low, by the way. The music's too high. Oh yeah, okay, so I did higher the music a little bit. Let me just let me lower it just a little bit. Alright, we just lowered it a tad bit. Will you buy Loomlock? No, I'm not gonna buy that shit. F Loomlock. You heard it here first. I feel like Loomlock, they didn't even message me or anything, so I have no interest to buy it. Like, why am I gonna support their project? I do like Loomdart though. Loomdart is cool. He used to be a good trader. Well, I don't know. Maybe he is a good trader still, but that's one of the traders I did respect though, by the way. So like Loomdart, back in the days, he was always trading. Now I guess he made a lot of money, so he doesn't really need to trade. Which, you know, at the end of the day, I am proud of him. So I won't hate on his project. Loomdart is probably gonna pump. So I'm not gonna hate on him. He's a good trader. So yeah, we just drew this little trend line just to, you know, get an idea of what we have going on here. Maybe we can use it for bias. Right. Quick bias. So 13 minutes. So let me just look at some, hold on. All right, so, whoops. All right, so what do we have here? First of all, let's look at some of the books. All right, so Bybit is long. Up 47Ks. They have been long in their longs, and shorts have been closing shorts. So I guess you can say it is bullish. Bybit is longing longs. FTX. Okay, FTX is shorting this shit. Right? They've been shorting from 47.5K, and they're adding to shorts only. So add only. FTX whale is back at it again. BitMEX, what are you doing today? BitMEX, they have been getting wrecked lately. They shorted the bottom. So they shorted 46, got wrecked. They got squeezed here, closed shorts, and now they're scared. Okay. Who else we got? Yeah, that's about it. Man, BitMEX, they used to be good. Now they just getting wrecked. What do you think? Yeah, I talked about the spot CBD. So like, I mentioned that in the beginning of the stream, you would wanted to see spot get aggressive here, but they're not. So it could be a sign of a loss of momentum. But you know, anything can happen. So you don't want to take a trade based on that, but basically. What site is that? Yeah, that's Excel charts. All right, so Delta. So Bitcoin, they're selling. that might have been that top rotation right there, and we might have just missed it. But we can just wait for a pullback. So we can mark this area. Maybe we short a pullback if they give us one. And this is not the highest probability shorts, to be honest. All right, so we broke this little trend line here. Or not yet. We had 1 touch, 2 touch, 3, 4. 4 touches. So yeah, maybe we can look. Solana is doing Solana. Bitcoin is starting to show some weakness, and Solana is now trying to form something. So like I said, I want to see it break this level, and then maybe we can catch that long on the dip. So yeah, I'm gonna stay on stream for about, I would say, 10 minutes after the daily closes, and then we'll see price action. So before I do that, maybe I can talk about the macro just a little bit. So we're about to go to that white chart that you guys hate. Close your eyes, that brightness. You in that dark room right now, like, oh shit, what's going on? Dark room. All right, so first let's start with Fib levels. All right, we get the breaker candle here at 56K. We connected to the candle that sent us up, right? Resistance 7.9, that discount level. Right, we nuked from it. So let's see if we do get price above here. Let's see what happens, right? That's just this, and we got this candle here for the downside Fib levels, right? Connect here, connect to this breaker candle, and we already wicked on that 42.8. So downside targets, like I mentioned before, the 618 is going to be chilling around that 37K area that I do like. So downside targets. And now let's just go to the next chart and see what I already have here. So first level I'm looking to long if we dump is going to be this area here. I want to see it hold. And then ideally we got that 37K level that we just saw on the fibs. And then we have that equilibrium at 36K, right? And then last but not least, we have this 35K short squeeze candle that must hold, or we will be entering that bear market, boys. So yeah, even though we can go up, I do have my plan ready for the downside, and that's what I recommend to anybody. So like, just plan for both scenarios, down and up. Just be ready to play both scenarios. So music is still loud. Maybe I could switch it up a little bit. All right, so 5 minutes until the daily closes. All right, 5 minutes until the daily closes. Let's see what happens. We have the structure now, and let's see how Asia plans to do it. And maybe we can look for some pumps. This chart looks crazy. What the hell is this? bunch of clutter. But this is how I shorted the top though, so I'm not gonna delete this chart. We will always remember this chart. We will always respect this chart. This trend line was all I needed right here. This trend line right here on lower time frame, that was all I needed. This zone that broke through, that was all I needed. So yeah, we have that. Is Delta having any trouble at the moment? Unable to create account. It looks like Delta is fine. I mean, looks good. 0 fees on spot market. Delta looks good. And I see that their liquidity on Bitcoin is slightly getting better. Just a tad bit. Indicators, EMA. All right, so let's just look at our reference chart. So we're waiting for that daily to close, and then oh wow, I didn't even know I had a trend line up here. Interesting. That changes everything. Let's see this trend line. 1, 2, 3. So yeah, this is a nice trend line, and then I have another one above it. See, like support, broke through, resist, and now we're pretty much near it. So on a daily pump, I'd be looking to fade on a daily. Ethereum pumping. Yep. There you go. Ethereum's looking very strong. Like this hourly. It's even scary to short Bitcoin while Ethereum is this strong. But I can see now that the bears are near the VWAP and the bulls just bought into the VWAP. ETH going. Solana still weak. You gonna show how to fade the daily or not? That's probably the easiest setup, bro. Just short. Like literally short. When they pump on the daily, just short. That's it. Nothing else to it. But I would want them to pump it to my level at least, you know. Did not even see this trend line here. One, two, three. Top. Same slope. These trend lines have the same slope. It is just science, bro. That's when that's all these trend lines is science. All right, so let's see if they're gonna give us a nice daily pump that we can take a cheeky short. daily's about to close, but looking at Luna on the hour time frame, consolidation. I got these trend lines that can get shorted though. All right, so Bitcoin kind of SFP. We did get the SFP, so let's see how this hourly is. Ideally, if we are bearish, then you don't want to see a wick above 48.5. So daily close. We got the wick here in the zone, but we wasn't even paying attention. Can they pump it just a little bit or no? All right, so let's see if they give us a nice pump. And then we could just, you know, open short with tight, very tight invalidation. If we look at the TPO, close here. Yeah, 47.5 is the POC, so, but you can see on TPO, you see the consolidation, and now even like 47.2, 0.3, that's the level you want to hold. Because even here on today, we spent time consolidating here. So once price starts closing below here, then you could look for pullbacks to short. So you guys see it, right? On TPO, this whole area we just broke today. So ideally you want continuation. So 47.3 is going to be the key level. So this can be the, yeah, that's pretty much the, so the POC, it can be the most time or the most volume. I like to use the most volume. Soul moving up, yeah. We looked at Soul. So here's what I want to see at Soul. So we broke here, right? Now I want to see a nice pullback, and then we can get on a dip with invalidation below, you know, because now maybe it's time for Soul to play catch up. If we look at the hourly doesn't look bad because you have that invalidation. 30-minute, still consolidation, no volume. So yeah, volume has to pick up for Soul. As far as Bitcoin, Ethereum still outperforming Bitcoin, Ethereum. So people's like, Soul network down, we're just gonna long Ethereum, and that's pretty much what happened. Nice 14% move. But if Bitcoin nukes, then Ethereum's nuking with it, so it doesn't really matter. That was it. Is that all the pump we're gonna get? For real? Unfortunate. So this is a boring daily close so far. Very boring. It's like every time I stream, we have a boring daily close. So like, I remember there daily closes that just like dump and pump right away. So how you see volume without, I mean, you can just look if you're watching the order book or just looking at the chart. See Solana, look at that. It did not even do what I wanted it to do. I guess you can consider this, but shit, I would have wanted to see one more candle up here. Like they just like 0.75%, $50 billion asset in one candle. 50 billion. Decentralized, bro. All right, so I think I'm gonna spend about 4 minutes, and then I'll just probably just set alerts. We have this orange level. Let's see, where is this orange level at? Okay, so this orange level that we have here, break, support, break above, break, break. $47Ks. What's your long scenario if we get no nuke? For me personally, I don't like to long up here, but I'd rather long on a dip near 47Ks. Because if you look at TPO, right, this is consolidation and we broke. Even we spent volume above the high. So ideally, any dip to 47.5 to 47.2 in this area with a stop loss, I guess you can say below 46,500 is a good swing, I guess. So something like, if you're swinging this and you're waiting for a dip, you're gonna want to see this area hold. I don't know if I would take that because I don't usually take that, but if you're a swing trader, you can put your stop loss below, like, this is like for swing traders, below 46, and you can try to target up here. Swing traders. Because we should not break below 46K if we are bullish. So yeah, it's nothing to do, but I guess I'm just gonna continue watching Bitcoin. But I'll end the stream, and thanks to everyone who have joined and who pretty much stuck around. We didn't really get a good setup, and I didn't feel like aping into trades today. But yeah, I'm just gonna continue to watch this area, 48.7 to 49.2 for some quick scalps. And if we do start you know, breaking structure, then I'll look to play you know, maybe a short towards 47.3, like a scalp. But regardless, overall we still are bullish until I say like we lose 45K. So I think buying the dip versus shorting is good, but the shorts have more risk to reward, and you have to take the loss if you're wrong, because you know price can literally pump a lot. So just be ready to take the loss. Host someone so they host you back. Shit, I don't even know how to host, bro. But yeah, thanks for joining the stream. And yeah, if you watched it, you know what I'm looking for. And I will upload this on YouTube if you missed anything, so you could watch it on YouTube. And yeah, just use my ref link. All right. Let me just show my ref link one more time, cause you guys are using my ref link but not trading. At least trade with like $100, bro, or not even $50, whatever. It doesn't matter. Just trade and try to exchange, and if you like it, go for it. But hope you enjoyed the stream. I'll see you guys next time. Appreciate everyone for sticking around, and look out for the video on YouTube. If you missed anything, you could rewatch it. And yeah, see you guys next time. Appreciate y'all. Peace out.